There I've returned, and I live. And it is this one. I should check this works. Yeah, and the audio seems to work here. Yeah, right now I remember it. So the audio, I forgot to do that before. That one down. Now I should be ready. But I remember at the end was slightly suspicious because there was something in that cage and was closed. And I don't have a sanity meter. Or I do something else, I should probably actually check to see. Yep, it definitely left the room. Yeah, I felt like something was gonna go past, or... That's a pig.
Hands are bleeding, raw. I scrub and scrub, but the smell will not lift. How can I hold my children with these hands now? How can I kiss them goodnight with lips that have issued such instruction?
Yeah, I like how this... Both like in this, like how this is kind of like a flashlight. This lantern specifically. Alcohol and paper. I knew it. Old Sally I, the doll's cottager. Oh, she come a snuffing by night round ye door, with her pretty apron right down the hoof, and her ringlets are fair and eyes shine a blue, like a half-buried hand in the like a half-buried hand in the winery snow, oh, like a hand in the winery snow. And she'll beg you for apples through the window ajar, her face be all hidden by her eyes shine a flame. I thought it was gonna be something like her face all hidden, but her eyes shine afar or something. And though you'll be tempted by her bosom so fair, she'll snatch you and catch you and eat out your heart, though. She'll catch you and eat your heart out, and eat out your heart. Yeah. So, look to your manners come, the eve of the year, lest Sally comes calling for apples, my dear. And know that some doors never should open wide. Take heed of your father and keep safe inside. Disobedient children make Sally her pies so, and warm Sally's beastly insides. Oh, pies, oh, and warm Sally's beastly insides. Ah. Next question is, what can I do even? I'm gonna hope I don't screw this up and die. I think she walked straight down this corridor. Oh, they changed which ones you could go through. Oh, that's what the machine did. Change the gates. Ah, great. Mendes?
You know me. Who are you?
Where are my children?
Trapped, Mandus, far below us. The machine is fouled. It is breached. It is flooded. The bulkheads are down. The children are encaged. If you help me, I can help you release them. Restore the power, Mandus. Drain the flooding and restart the great engines.
How?
I've already turned on the power
Hello?
before I got this
Hello?
call. I'm off to market. I'll cry all the way home.
I will have none. I will have none at all.
I do not like being here right now. Wait, did this freaking open after I left?
He's coming. Come on, Daddy.
That is... Oh, hi kids. My goal to find the kids, I'm guessing. Yeah, I guess this is probably something like... whatever he's called. That drank either a or the Amnesia elixir potion, whatever. And then, you know, probably because of his blood-stained hands and him not wanting to remember all of the horrible things he did. I figured. Let's see if there was anything hidden here, but it doesn't look like anything can get in there. Yeah, can't drive the wagon. I'm just a lot less spooked right now. The closest thing being spooked is me accidentally getting my finger stuck while I'm moving my mouse and accidentally slamming it. And I'm out. Cold, I guess. Against the rising waters. Send the tramp catcher, crush the old man, sink him in a barrel of gin, and then it's all mixed, and the bones turn to jam. We'll rise a glass kindly to him. that broke. And rats. Oh, even more. Because I think in this game, just all the notes, just you reading. I realize now that my fear of dirt stems from the disease. Or from the disease I contracted climbing those lost jungle temples. It is as if these clean places, so free of humanity's filth, imprinted upon my soul, and left it fragile to what I find here. Fear is what keeps all in our places. And the fear of the flesh, the ruin of the flesh, is the greatest of them all. I am sickened, I am ruined, but I will build such machines to contain this plague and heal us all. A new century is upon us. Yeah, June 3rd, I think it was. And I forgot to actually read my journal. Yep, a curious discovery. Metal ticking as it cools in contrast. This must be the search machine my new friend told me of. My children discovered this place. It is entirely conceivable. They strayed downwards, delighted in their discovery. Very well, it seems my route is predestined. The descent begins. Damn it, it's my frame rate is dropping here. Actually, I'm not gonna do that.
Come on, slow coach. It's this way.
Journal trapped. Was it a trick? That voice on the phone who seemed so close to my own, who seems to know me so well. Does he lead me for a nefarious purpose? Of his own secret devising? But I do have a choice. Even though his motives are unknown to me, I must find my boys. I'll follow the machinery down to the very core of the earth, if it will lead me to Edwin and enough. I have a feeling these are pre-recorded messages from me.
The shaking ground you feel is our attempts to clear the floodwaters. Treachery, Mandus. We were undone. Your children are trapped by this act. You must find them before it is too late.
What do you need me to do? How can I find them?
Always deeper, Mandus. Through the piston room and into the tunnels. Then find the bilge and flush the rotten water. I will help you where I can. But you must be swift, my little friend.
Yep, I do not like the gamma 6. I don't like how the brightness settings seem to be lies. Someone yoinked the fuse. Yeah, that is. I'm pretty sure it's the pig who yoinked the fuse. Now, saboteur has been this way. Wrong one. Here. Intriguing. The gates are far too heavy for a man to lift, and are instead hoisted aloft by a chain coiled, but the tube that appears to be spun by motors connected to these electrical switches. Whilst the fuse is blown, the motor cannot be spun, and the gates will remain impenetrable. Will remain an unimpenetrable barrier to progress. I have a feeling it might be something like, oh hey, by the way, your kids are the saboteurs and or pigs or whatever. That is something that I'm guessing I wanna... Oh. Get down. Yeah, now I have to wait to go up when I go further in. Another fuse? They're crying from this. Yep. Nothing there. Yeah, it's just bothering me that I can't, that I can barely hear the difference between the ambient sounds and like when things move. Which I guess would make sense in real life if you're in a situation like this. And yeah, I wanted to hurry, so I guess I should probably hurry.
Bandaged feet
Eat
and
small.
eyes, small bones in the orchard. I have carried this world on my back with its legs about me. Damn this wretched soul. I am given birth to nothing but machinery.
Yeah. Actually, am I supposed to be able to do that? Use that for anything? Yeah, because that can take it up. Like this one. And if this one goes up, but... Wait, or can I just... Seems like I can. Yep, down there is where they want me to go. I want to have a fuse, and I'm just gonna do this because I'm on edge. And I don't want to see my surroundings. Oh, there's another one broken above. Yeah, there was only 2 fuses in this one. Just want to minimize the risk of having to run back to the beginning later. If it was possible for them to do that, like without the door over there being to go back. Good, I can't open that. I almost thought they wanted me to open that and then run out. I'm getting almost thrown. Eh. Hmm. Yeah. Hmm. Was it I could let go? Nope. I let go, I drop it. Jesus Christ. Ugh. Yeah, I'm very easily spooked by loud noises. There's a reason I'm not a big fan of jump scares. I always flinch. Me being bad with jump scares to the point of someone just saying hi loudly to my face and me just flinching. Oh, I could go to the right. It's generally to the left up here. Yeah, I don't like the music it played. Yes, I'm going back to August 19th. Von Reichenbach writes of the Odic Force, whilst that ignorant charlatan Blavatsky pontificated upon the soul. They are both cretins. To think one could strive for such great heights without wading first through puke and innard, without standing upon an architecture of bones. Montezuma was wiser, but here in our temple of steel, I have witnessed the severed head of a man recently trampled to death by a runaway carriage, immersed in a solution by the Brennenberg compound. Immersed in a solution of the Brennenberg compound, open his eyes and cry, "Oh, where are my legs, sir? Where is my body?" We are breaking through the barriers of death itself. Oh, my dead darling Lily, it is too late for you, I promise you this. I will save our children from death, and if need be, I will wrench them back from the blackness of this wonderful concoction. From the blackness with this wonderful concoction. More electrical sabotage. Another confounded fuse box. The fellow is thorough with his sabotage. If somewhat repetitive, the stench from these barrels is quite discomforting. I would certainly hope that whatever chemistry this room is designed to store is not a defining feature of the flood that threatens my children. The path is clear. It seems this chemical processor is merely one part of a larger complex. No easy route for me then. I'll follow my fever, the calls of my children wherever they may lead me, as I move further into this strange empire. Yeah, those sounds like the sounds of the monsters spawning from Amnesia 1 is the thing. Yep. Oh. I need to go from above to go back because it's close behind me. Actually, this looks like a hidey also. I want to check if there's anything. A third fuse. I can still control how far away from my face it is. Yep, that looks like a child.
Follow us, Papa. We know the way.
Sure. I clearly should trust children who are missing so much when they look like ghosts. Can I not go up there? Do I have to go down?
Hold still, for God's sake, hold still, child.
Oh.
Don't let it get into your eyes. I'm gonna rinse it out now. There. It will be fine. You just need to lie down.
Oh, this is the thing that broke earlier. Yeah. Yep. I just really don't want to get jump scared out of nowhere. Yep, I think
I told you.
that's everything here. Who? Who'd come?
Extraordinary. Quite extraordinary. And you built it all?
Good evening.
Good God, man. You have been busy. It is wonderful how
How's it
treachery
going?
focuses the mind. What else was I to do? Fall into grief, pine, and fade in my hopelessness? Why not then simply die in that jungle amongst those dead temples?
I'm playing the stealth game designed as a horror, or like called a horror game. I hope you get better. I'm playing a game that's really bad for my heart, I'm pretty sure at this point, because of the random jump scares with the sounds. When am I? There. Yeah, I've got reminded that the Amnesia games feel more like stealth games than horror games half the time. How can I? Oh. And tomorrow I'm planning to try and see how far I can get in Devil May Cry 3. I can't stream as early as I would prefer to because I have to help around the house in the morning. It's a goat. Yeah, like I say, that doesn't sound fun to experience. 2 cups of flour, 1 cup of water, a pinch of salt, a handful of mince, a bay of leaf, and a herb, a skeleton key for their nursery, and a mix. And then mixing it all together. Yeah, I was going to actually play for I was planning to play for a long time on Wednesday, but I had a fight with a relative and I completely wrecked my voice.
I have such visions to share with thee. If my jaw be unshackled and you harvest the crust from my eyes, making it clean like this, that my thoughts and words can unfouled be.
Oh, May 1st. Then what if they could stand upright and walk as men? Yeah, I usually, whenever possible, I usually try to stream at the other time that I streamed. It's just, whenever I can't do it in the morning for me, I do it in the evening. But I do what I can. Or I play whenever I feel it just feels best, which I prefer in the mornings, because then I have more time. Then what if they stand up as walks when men? What if the brute were harnessed thus? Would they sing? Would they find their own god? I have seen these things, and I tell you now, no. No, they will not. They will happily accept fealty to a god thrust upon them, and worship it as thus given. In this I realize they are no different to the masses. They are much the same as us. Once this irrevocable threshold is passed, I understand that we too are shackled and must be set free. To free the man, we cut the man. In order to cross that great evolutionary line, it must first be painted upon the ground. Yeah, it's my way of thinking about most things I do. I try and do things whenever I can. Ah, what game are you playing ranked in? Oh. Actually, I don't. No, I'm actually unsure if that is a shortened version of the name. Then I'm not sure. MLBB. Or I can actually double check. Actually, I'm gonna tell it for a second because I'm curious. Oh, Mobile Legends. I think I've seen. Yeah, I think I've seen ads of it, but I'm just too lazy. For a second, I thought you were gonna say that you had been, that you were playing League. Yeah. The only real games that I've played that I sat ranked is games that I stopped playing, which I think was Rainbow Six Siege, and I played Overwatch 1 until it felt like the game wasn't fun. Which was usually playing ranked. In America, they talk of building their cities to the skies. To me, this seems folly, but perhaps it is simply a case of a nation founded without a history of its own. We walk upon our histories. They are compacted into the very loam, at the very loam beneath our feet. The engineers we employed talked of this. They talked of how, when building the underground trains, they would often come across older tunnels crisscrossing the capital. What places lie? God, I can't read today. What places lie buried beneath us? We are digging, excavating and reappropriating what we find. At the center of the planet, my architect tells me there's a great iron ball. It is the egg of the world. I think during the pandemic, I was pretty much doing the same thing I was doing before, except slightly less stressed because I didn't have school to worry at that time. I think it was during the pandemic when I really started to lean more into spending most of my free time just reading. Yeah, I mean, I had like a few classes, but I didn't enjoy being in school because it was too stressful. I just don't like the school setting. I kind of like how I did beat Amnesia 1, and this one is more Industrial Revolution. October 11. We integrate the very latest knowledge of chemistry using low levels of laudanum. Laudanum. Derivative in feed to subdue the product even before the initial process. Before the initiation of the process. This means that when we drag them from holding pens onto the line, they are less likely to panic and damage machine components, other products, or themselves. This section of the belt is sheathed in rubber and kept well lit to maintain good spirits. And we have actually found that the intelligent placement of gramophones and simple acoustic amplification tubes around the line means that we can use music to further soothe the product. We found the pussy particularly effective in this regard. I had a fight with my dad, and I ended up screaming to the point where it felt like every time I spoke, felt like I was rubbing sandpaper in my throat. I don't enjoy screaming. Although I do get a way deeper voice and like a more raspy one when my voice is breaking. I am just also in a lot of pain. Although I usually try and stream for at least like 2-ish hours because I think it's a good time. Bye, pig. Yeah, I was gonna. The reason why we fought was because I was gonna help him with something, and the communication between us, like, it people speaking two entirely different languages, and then both people just get more and more frustrated and angry. Yeah, the funniest part is that even I rarely scream just by default. Because I lose my voice so easily, so I stopped screaming a long time ago. I almost exclusively scream if I'm angry. But my voice got better. After the stream I ate one entire Ben & Jerry's tub, and then I started feeling better. Although I do really like playing some the games that I play, I really enjoy because I get to read, so I talk more and I can more interact in the stream even if no one is watching at the time. It gets boring with being completely quiet. Ah, I mean, it's more like the only time when I actually like completely lose control of myself is pretty much exclusively my younger sibling, who is a brat and an adult. But I I learned to control my emotions through music and games. But that's just how I do it. Imagine they say a machine one day might think like a man. As if this to be desired, one might almost boast of creating a man who breathes like a pig, men and women, upon all fours, rotting carelessly, ejaculating their filthy little missives into the streets, alleys, and gutter, running freely with the careless spill of their conjoinings. They are thick with the whimperings of lust, bodies streaked with their own emissions. We have created a world where man is so utterly debased. Ah yes, men are debased. Based no longer. He will spray a seed over passerby, and yet this the condition Babbage aspired to. No, this is not the machine we seek. Such an entity shouldn't be nothing less than a deity, and we would fall upon our knees and worship it. We shall not carve gods to bicker and fornicate. They will exist to clean the world and set us free. I reject Babbage. As I reject these men of government, let the pigs copulate in the gutters whilst they can. We shall scoop them up and ease their ascension soon enough. Yeah, it's just the only thing that I learned from my experience of when I'm mad, I just get really mean. I insult people endlessly, which is bad, generally. Yeah, that happened to me a lot of time in school assignments. although I did have my favorite school assignment, which was to write a presentation on a disease of your choice. And then one of my friends wanted to team up with me. We chose the very sane thing of not cancer, which was the funniest presentation we have ever done, and nothing can top that presentation. But I could never achieve being the number one weird kid in my class, since I was always one of the multiple. The labor schedule, how in the Blazer was supposed to meet the stamp schedules if even the basic equipment we're provided with simply will not perform its designated function. These cursed new fangled trucks will only run a fraction of the distance my old nag managed to before running out of sickening gasoline. And the gaffer says it's fine, but there's plenty of pumps to refill them outside the factory walls, but you end up dragging a blessed tank from the truck to the nearest one to refill it, and the one in the storeroom is empty again. I can't be turning that crank handle all day only to find the tank is empty. Well, sod it. Well, sod it says, "I enough for a night," and to my bed I go. It's not like anyone needs access to the bleeding graveyard anyways. Harry, if you get this, I'll meet you in the Damson Templar for a jar. Ah. Yeah.
Come on, Papa. Let's climb this one. I can see more pictures
Actually,
at
it
the top.
completely depends on what time and or what school I was in, because I've been in multiple schools. The first one I was the one who pretty much always got left out of group assignments and stuff like that. But that wasn't because I was weird, that was because I was getting bullied, which isn't the same. But it's, yeah, at least for me it got better when for some reason I started getting more friends when I stopped caring about the people who were just mean for no reason. Well, it wasn't even that I stopped caring, just that I got tired of caring. Which, I have to admit, probably was kind of depressing for, like, adults, that a kid who is like a young teenager completely just got tired of caring about others' opinions and just simply stopped giving a shit. But you need to do what you can to find people who you feel like you have fun being around and associating with. I'm just gonna thing with walking the doors right now. Yeah, if anything for me, I just, whenever I got a group assignment with someone who I didn't get along with or just didn't know, I pretty much only talk to them about the assignment and almost act like it's just trying to be professional, which made some people feel insulted. Some people are easier to work with, some aren't. And sometimes your assignment, the person or people you're in an assignment with don't do any work, and then you have to work for multiple people. Yeah, pretty much how it almost should be. I thought it was gonna open. Yeah, I more or less did. I usually just did my work and then sent my work to the teacher and then just said, "This is my work that I've done." Because I once had a classmate who was my assignment partner who actively avoided doing his part, and I got off, and the substitute teacher failed me for it.
Can we take it home?
Yes, my darling. Of course we can take it home.
It's a great assignment to have. Having to do work for 2 people and then you getting a worse grade because the assignment partner didn't do their work. But some people suck. And other people are just fun to hang around. Well, I did remember when one of my group assignments, which was straight up with someone who I had been in a relationship with in the past, which was awkward. Although, said quote-unquote relationship was us, like, I guess like 4-year-olds saying that, oh yeah, we're boyfriend and girlfriend, which I wouldn't call a relationship. It's just more or less 2 kids messing around. Livestock and Bibles, Angela Piggity, blue shine eyes, love. My love comes to me in the fairest skies. We wisp and we totter. I cease her hind totters. Enter her porcelain something. Yeah, it's just at some point I started to ask my teachers if just, the very simple question of they give a group assignment and I choose to ask the teacher the very simple question of, can I just do the assignment on my own? Because it's less of a pain. So I did like multiple 3 to 4 person assignments. Yeah, pretty much the only thing we knew was like we enjoyed hanging out, me and that girl, and my understanding of dating is just like was pretty much like super best friends. Although we were quite literal children who didn't even have access to the internet yet. All the suggestions of a large workforce, yet no actual signs of life. It is every bit as if someone has attempted to carefully create the illusion of a working factory complex. Yet this facade, when examined closely, is clearly just a fabrication, that I must put aside my anxieties, well the unease that pits my stomach and continue on my path. Pumping station, it appears to be some kind of fueling station. I've seen automobiles demonstrated at Mr. Yarham and Mr. Simmons' works. The smell here is all wrong. This is not petroleum. that I know that I am sure of, everything suggests to me that this machine must be significant in some way. Ah, when I was a kid, I didn't throw stones at people. Instead, I climbed up places where I could fall and severely hurt myself because I'm a genius. Or I accidentally hurt myself or someone else by playing with sticks, which I still nerve to do whenever I'm outside and I see a good stick. Holy orders, this church connected to the plant, how odd. However, it does suggest another route into the main part of the facility. Given the locked doors around the fueling station, the trucks block my path, however, almost as if the Saboteur knew that I might consider this alternative entrance. Strange container, yep. The scanner looks like it may fit the fuel pump I saw earlier. It certainly carries the same fetid, unholy reek. I will not think that which I saw pass me in this cage. I will not gaze again into that dark machine room. A more immediate task presents itself, and the opportunity, perhaps, to gain access to St. Dunstan's. Yeah, it's either a lightsaber or like a medieval sword. It's just something with holding a stick. It's just fun. Well, it's the same even as an adult. If I'm near snow that I can make a snowball out of, even if I need to take off gloves, I will still make a snowball and throw it at like a tree or something. Dear sweet lord of all that is good and holy, I must make my escape, grasp this container and its putrid contents, and flee this place before that creature, that nearly man, returns. I will head for the church. Surely such an abomination would not follow onto hollowed ground. And inside. Yeah, I once I I do remember one story which is still kind of not the best childhood story of a teacher blaming a snowball fight on me when I wasn't a part of it. I was throwing snowballs at the wall of a shed by myself, and I got blamed for a massive snowball fight on the other side of the school. I still think that teacher shouldn't be a teacher. But as in all groups of people, some are good, some aren't. We sat here. I remember we sat in our in our black, and we mourned and we prayed and we bowed our heads. I hated God then, how I spurned him. If this our Lord, this pig who robs me of my wife, then I refute his embrace. I will carve a new God for us all. Such a madness, such a fool I was. If such blasphemous ravings had remained within me, I would be doomed. But even here I feel the machine throb beneath the flags. I know my path awaits me. Yeah, I've had some teachers who who I liked, and some that I strongly disliked. Like, one of my favorite teachers was an old lady who openly would scream at the troublemakers. It was fun. Although, because I was the quiet kid who didn't make too much trouble, I got seated next to them. I don't remember, you might have asked me this before, but I'm from Sweden. So half the year it's snow. And snow. And snow. Which is fun. I once had to go to school at like 7 a.m. in jeans while snow was up to my kneecaps. Great part of school. In Sweden, it's like, we don't care there's a snowstorm outside. There is school. Twin candles bent to the will of the central saint, casting their light to the corners of the chapel. Father Jeremiah I thought could be trusted with a secret. He is like all the others, so the old priest has gone to the holding pens with his flock. He says he will enter into our world with them, a shepherd indeed. Yeah, it's just I do like being in Sweden. I like the nature. Right now it's like 8 p.m. Usually when I try and start streaming, when I stream in the morning, it's like around 9 a.m. for me. Because that time I can usually have woken up and like eaten breakfast. But when I can't do it in the morning, I do it. I usually start like 6 p.m. because my family usually eats before it. Because then we have time to prep lunch or dinner. And now since winter, it's like, I think it's after 6 or 7 p.m. It's almost pitch black outside. Father Jemai's journal, the flock to us now, where once I had to walk amongst them to bring salvation into their lives, now drawn by warmth in winter, by the food that Mandus distributes. I read Mandus and I only hear I keep wanting to read just Mundus. Yeah, if it's like a 5-ish difference, then I guess the time when I try and stream early, I'm guessing it's around 2 p.m. for you. I once thought of starting to stream at 6 a.m., but then I thought that I'm not gonna wake up in time. I'm choosing to not be optimistic. I know that I sleep. My church full and my charges are saved. He walks amongst them and they almost worship him. He will not allow them to work in his factories, claiming that his workforce are specially trained for the new machines or for new machinery uses, and it would be irresponsible, nay, unethical to risk such precious lives as he sees here. A changed man since Mexico. It is to be praised that in the face of such appalling tragedy and from the confines of his sickbed, as he is often shamed to, he conducts one of the greatest and most benevolent charities in all of London. Not content with the rise to become the dominant food produce business in the land, he distributes goodwill, his fares to the poor, and they congregate about his kingdom in gratitude. Yeah, that schedule is usually doable during the week, and then like what's called and Tuesday and Thursday. For me, it's just specifically this this weekend. It doesn't work that well because in the morning I have to help out a good old grumpy old man. My dad is just usually works the time when I stream during Tuesday and Thursday. It's just sometimes he goes home for work for like an hour or two without saying anything.
Your faith shackles your vision, Professor. It is an iron coffin that keeps you from grasping the future. We require a new deity, one of steam and the wheel, of magnetism and progress. The old god is nothing more than a lamed hog, spitting back offal at mankind.
Although it's one thing that I do know from personal experience, just that the best way I usually describe it is that me and specifically my father, we go together like oil and water. As in, I can say that I think that admitting when you screw up is a good quality to have. He would start argument about it. God. The church, like... This church, is it just straight up Christianity but pigs? Yeah, they crucified pigs. No, those are human-looking things. I kind of hope it's gonna be better at some point, but at this point both of us just, whenever he needs help with something, I try and help him, but if I feel like he's being rude about how he's asking me, then I just say no. And I don't argue with him at that point. It's more of just, whenever we're doing anything together, we try and be adults. Do I need to find another one of those? Yeah, but at least at this point we aren't. We don't usually fight too often. We only fight when it's about any disagreement. Although I can't say that I'm the nice to him in return, because I openly call him a grumpy old man. While he, you know, when I just think he acts like it. But it is what it is. Hey, teddy bear. I know that I just know that I may not be. I know that both me and my dad are usually in the wrong. When we're disagreeing, we just don't act like adults. We act like children who are upset. You're breathing. I'm guessing what the game wants me to do is pick this up. Yeah, when I can't say no, I usually call them back up, which is just my mom. Because it's just like in every family. If you pick a fight with the mom, you're just screwed. And it's in the way of, he has admitted as such. There is no winning in those situations. Oh. Oh, staircase down. It's the one thing that actually that I learned in the one of the few things that I learned clearly on the internet. Don't fight the mom in the family. Because there is no winning that fight.
Listen, Papa. Hold the egg to your ear. You can hear the sea.
Yeah. These final thoughts. What exhaustion is this? What rotten fruit? What de-stitching of parts? I doubt I will ever be found yet. I'll leave you this, scrawled in the malodorous half-light, whilst my tormentors shuffles below, my fellow prisoners keen and squeal in the gloom, or gloam, and where I wait for the knocking upon my cage that signifies it is finally my turn to make that dark journey into the interior. Yeah, I'm pretty sure most times just the second you pick a fight with the mom, you can't win. You will lose even if you're right. Although it's funny how it's like, don't pick a fight with the mom, but in our family, our mom's the one I get the most along with. Ah. Yeah. Hey, Ratbag. I don't like this area. Actually, I'm gonna stay up here so I can actually talk for a little bit before I get mauled by Pig. Yeah, I have actually had arguments with my mom multiple times. It's more like, if me and mom argue, it's more like I actually I can discuss with her and have an argument. I love not seeing. Yeah. And also, according to my mom, my personality and behavior is similar to my grandma, which is why I can, which is why it feels like I can, or have a calm discussion. And also me being overly angry at people riding bicycles. A great thing to gain from genetics. Bicycle user hate. Which is, in my opinion at this point, pretty fair dislike to have. It's just, like, not too long ago, I almost got ran over by someone riding a bicycle. Because apparently, people riding bicycles don't know if they come from your blind spot, you can't see them coming. Although I have a tendency to get hurt, like, as in, I don't try to, I just do it on accident. It's a pig. Yeah. Although, I'm pretty sure the worst pain I've ever experienced is second-degree burns on my wrist. Because from what I was told afterwards is that second-degree burns hurts way more than first-degree burns. The reason why I got the burns was partly or mostly my own fault, because I was somewhat sick and, like, tired, so I was, like, only half conscious at that point. I was zoning out randomly, and I was cooking something in oil. Following the cock was now sneezed into his hand or kerchief. When dust got into his eyes, I had begun to change more rapidly now, he surmised. Yeah, I can say that getting burnt on oil is not something I could ever recommend anyone. Well, I would never recommend for anyone to get burnt. Especially by oil. Well, it's funny that a relative of mine got burnt on, or like, once got burnt on water, and then I get burnt by oil. An older relative once got boiling water on his arm, and at least how he himself described it, he now has a small pocket permanently, which is fun. At least he has humor about it. Although it is funny that
It's too bony. It's too
I've fallen downstairs, I've gotten burnt on both water and oil. I once accidentally slammed a hot, what's it called again, like pan thing, the giant ones you have in the oven, directly into my chest right after it was in the oven, like above 200 degrees. I'm a professional dumbass. Yeah, I haven't had anything like that happen. Yeah, I don't know how to describe the situation of that. It's just, the only way I could describe it is just say pain. But I've never had anything with my, I was called again, like, appendix. Although, while they don't actively watch that, I at least had the comfort of knowing that the likelihood of me getting like some kind of disease to the heart is super low because because they watch my heart regularly because it's weird. Which is funny. I just find it funny that even since I was like born, I have been hurt for no reason. Which is most of the time my fault, but
These men,
not a weird heart.
so-called men of vision, they would shackle the masses to a wheel and turn it till their backs break. All for that opiate, the lure of profit. These fools who lackey them, these priests, these officials, this government. They make pigs of us all.
But what solution, my dear man? How to break a cycle? You cannot simply remove the promise of a better world for these pensioners in the workhouses and in the orphanages. The belief in heaven is surely the only succor one can find.
We do not need to wait. We
I
can
don't
bring
like the
forth
pig.
paradise now. We can speed the passion.
It's not a weak heart, it's just a weird heart.
The apocalypse. With
It's like just wired really weirdly.
We can free our shackles and deliver them to paradise now.
It's pretty much like being born with a weird heart condition that usually they need to like do a surgery or something, but they just didn't need it for me. Like, it's just fixed itself. Like, it's still wired weird, it just works. My heart is a Bethesda game is the best way I could describe it. It's like like the minus one minus one, like a minus one minus something. It's like two negatives makes a positive is pretty much what my heart did. It's locked. Although, I'm pretty sure at this point, most of my body is just weird. But it's fun. It's more fun to have a weird body than just being normal. To me, at least. It's my way of coping of, like, just my body being unusual in some ways. Also, each compartment is ergonomically designed with a feed through at the end, so the product naturally settles into position, ready for the stunning arms to connect to the skull. We use the natural static charge built up by the friction of the carts against the belt to build an electromagnetic charge, which is contained within a glass vacuum. Oh, wait. and glass vacuum canisters, the sides of the stunning arm, mechanisms, and the liver along the stuns via the copper cabling. We have to observe. We have observed that the artificial lighting contained within these canisters seem to calm the product further. Post stunning, the line tilts sharply to the vertical, and the physics of which tips the stunned product upwards to fall directly onto the hook of the bleeding line. This hook passes normally through the haunch or thigh of the product, and from this point we disperse with a belt and instead instigate a channeled floor, which creates a funnel allowing blood and byproduct excretions to collect and run the fluid to the official, or like just to collection tracks. Actually, now when you're here, I actually felt like asking you: should I just, like, if it works better for you? Because I might as well just move the Devil May Cry stream to what's it called again? To Tuesday. Because either way, I'm pretty sure you're like the only person that actually watches, so I might as well check to see if Tuesday's better for you. Oh, I missed the phone. And I'm mostly asking out of curiosity. Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking, because on Mondays I have work in the morning, unless I'm sick, which I'm not. And even when I'm sick, I usually just have a sore throat and feel like I have a headache. I know what's gonna happen here. I wonder what's gonna happen when I go through this. Could it be that this will drop behind me? Yep, that one behind me is gonna drop. Yep, that did drop. Oh, I need to put in more, or no? Ah. Yeah. Oh yeah, I just remember that I should probably sometime soon go to send a message to the people who give me some of my medications, because the medication to sleep, they haven't refreshed it, or like they refreshed it once every 3 months, which is annoying. Ooh, that's number 3. Oh yeah, I need to think. Yeah, I just felt like I might as well when you're here, and I remember. I note. Yeah, I might then just make it so I'm tomorrow playing another game. Not sure which one I'm gonna do yet. I'm gonna decide after this. And then October 18th, a series of collecting vents have been installed along the ceiling at this stage of the line. In the process of stunning and bleeding, the product often expels stinking vapors from its digestive system, which can be collected, condensed, and used in the methane boiler to drive the engines as a whole. In this way, the product is processed, the more power becomes available to the machine, and productivity is actually increased. A simple stroke of genius, but one that encapsulates the benefits of self-regulatory automation. Ooh, I can open these windows more. Yeah, thanks. I'm planning to, at least for now, my goal is to try and beat Devil May Cry 3, and then I'm planning to start playing Devil May Cry 4. Actually, now I think about it. Wait, excuse me? Oh, I slipped on a coal piece and that's why I went flying. Ah. Yeah, I'm just planning to play whatever games I see that I think look interesting, or that I just, I guess, is something new. Or just something weird. I have no clue. They want me to turn on the things to these. Oh. Ah. Hmm. Yeah, I actually have seen quite a few people playing Dark Deception. I'm pretty sure I own the game too. Did I manage to break this thing? Can't open the... I can't close it entirely either now. Yeah, I broke it. The only reason I've had Dark Souls for a long time, I just never played it because I was like 90% sure I was just, you know, I feel like my heart was gonna jump out of my chest because of getting chased. Well, then I'm probably gonna want to play that sometime. Hey, that one is as broken as the other one. Neat. Do I need to do that to make it... Nope. Yep, I have no clue how they want me to do that now. I am very lost in this. The only thing I think of to do here is to make sure everything is, like, all of the things are closed entirely. I think I know Pacify. If it's the multiplayer one, or like the one you can play multiplayer, then I think I played it in the past. Yeah, I've played it. I played with a few friends, and if I remember right, I think it was that one where one of the maps there were chickens. I only remember it because the frying pan, if I remember the game right. Yep, I think I might have broke it. This game. Oh wait, I can click it. I can click the furnace to light it. Yeah, if it's the one that that I think I'm remembering, then then I did really enjoy playing it. Yeah, for me, I'm not sure if I would recommend drinking coffee around midnight. Especially if you're having stomach issues. I'm saying it as I know multiple people who drink coffee and they complain about their stomachs. Yeah. I mean, also if you actually, yeah. Ah. I want to see if he's running around in a circle, because if so, then that's bad. I don't think I usually don't have low blood pressure. I usually just have low blood sugar, which isn't much better. I have a feeling I'm gonna die here. Although it is pretty funny that someone who has a lot of anxiety likes to play horror games. Although horror games, rather than anxiety, it's more like adrenaline is what it gives to me. Yeah. Yeah, if anything, for the most part, I just avoid playing games with frequent jump scares because I don't enjoy making it feel like my heart is going to stop. Frick. Not, I don't want to be in the light when the pig is nearby. Is he following me, or is he just going back and forward over there? I mean, as an example, I have never, and I probably, at least not anytime soon, I won't play any like Five Nights at Freddy's games because of the jump scares. I don't know if the pig can see it yet. But that wasn't him. Yeah, that probably hurts. Actually, another thing about it is really look at the journal. Oh god. So many things. Cryptic clue. Some kind of mechanism, secret infernal one. No doubt the missing candlestick is clearly the answer. But why this? I cannot fathom. Why hide the secret machines in a place of prayer? And where are the faithful? Why are there drag marks about the altar? As if someone was pulled away. Machinery. The engine fires, the flames are stroked. I hear steam in the walls, vibrations upon the very air. My heart falters at the prospect of throwing the lever and exposing the workings of this dark contraption. But my children beckon me, I cannot fail them. And the hellish portal. It appears I have no choice, thus I descend, and may God have mercy upon my soul. If this is my beldam, and I am to be cast as Matthews, then I will wear that mantle for the sake of my boys and face whatever horrors lie beneath the altar. Mundus. My soul shudders at what I've seen, but at last I have reached the main part of the factory. Now onwards, downwards, to find those flood waters and drain them away like Moses. I'll cleave the waters and lift my little darlings clear of its vile cradle. Lilith's arms are made of steel. Lilith's arms are silent. You have coffee and snacks. Yeah, I just have one drink and water. The pistons are silent, and the plant is at rest. I must poke the hornet's nest to open my way. I fear the scale of these engines suggests a far greater works. And then it's visible from the surface. So, my friend must be correct, and the larger part of this plant is underground. We're close to the Thames. No wonder flooding is such a risk. Iron and steel. The fires are stroked, assume the same architect is responsible here as with the chemical plant. I surmise that their centralized control system regulates and operates these pistons. It should be a simple matter of finding it and hoping the saboteur relented after simply extinguishing the fires. This is stealth, yay. And I can't even get onto the coal line? What is this? I just wanted to get a free ride. I'm just basically blind because I don't know if the pigs have good eyesight. No, 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 please don't. Please stay away, pig. passes by. Yep. It's segments like this, which is why I would say the Amnesia games aren't even horror, they're stealth, just disguised as horror games. Because way too much of these games just crouch around if you think a monster's nearby, and if you're wrong, well, good luck. Oh, am I free from... I might as well do this so I don't stack up too much. The descent continues. What did that dark voice instruct me to do? Under the pistons into the tunnels and onto the bilge pumps? And if the door should be locked, I will have to find another means of descent. I cannot trust him, but a path is set. I shall ignore those rules, that sniffling, or the snuffling and shuffling steps. Below me, I will brave whatever lurks beneath me and save them. Yeah, it's like the horror part of the Amnesia games is a lot more like the... what's it called again? There's a lot more like it's just the atmosphere is the spooky part, while the gameplay is just, you know, the gameplay is just 90% stealth and the other 10% is puzzles. I note the crate arrived this morning and I had it delivered directly to the workshop. The body is remarkably preserved, although there is a subtle yet nauseating stench of damp and rot. It is humanoid in shape, but has suffered severe skeletal deformities. Remnants of leather straps encase the torso, which is deformed. With the evidence of substantial muscle mass and displacement, it is difficult to ascertain whether this unfortunate is the recipient of some barbarous surgery, or was born deformed in an attempt to force his gnarled body into some semblance of humanity was made. What he is I cannot tell, but I smell the orb upon him, and suspect my great-uncle's presence in this curious condition. So it can be done. We can reshape the body into a tool, accelerate the process of Mr. Darwin's evolution. But here, my greatest uncle and I part company. He shows men as the subjects of his experiments, but men are too difficult to control and rotten with sentimentality. No, we require new creations. No, we require a new creature for our shackles. Loyal, clever, strong, easily sated. Actually, I do remember something that was more or less that pigs are relatively smart. And they eat almost anything. Yeah, I'm gonna have to walk down this, aren't I? If my gut feeling is right, then I have to run over here. I can't press the button because there's no power. Actually, no. Oh. Can I? Ooh, I can take the food hatch. In the nest of eggs, it is cradled in his sweating hands. It sucks the fever loose from his body. It dreams of birds far above the jungle, had to be a jaguar coughing at the dawn. Yeah, elevators, yay. I am the lunch for the pigs. Yep, that is. I have no clue if I think I was going up in that lift and then I got smacked down to the bottom floor thing. Oh.
Quickly, Mandus. Find the entrance.
Yeah, I am Mandus.
The children weep in the darkness, and the floodwaters continue to rise.
I'm gonna go along with what I remember from the first game because I think they said that Mandus like smells of the orb, I think was what they said before. And the orb is basically connected to, like, I guess extraterrestrial life or gods. So I'm not sure anymore. They are. I'm guessing the guy who keeps calling me he has probably kidnapped the kids and it's like doing something unwell to the kids, which is such a kind sir. Bruised and battered but alive, I have survived the saboteurs' best efforts. He and I are now locked in an epic struggle, but I am driven to find my family, and I will prevail. Ignore the madness about me. Do not consider that what cruel and unspeakable acts I've committed here. Find the way to the bilge, drain the flood, free your children. And the maintenance. There's clearly another passage beyond the locked gates. It seems I have a choice of approach. The padlock is old but firm, and after that fall I cannot summon the strength to break it open. Perhaps I can find another way. Can I find that large rock? Boxes, nope. Wait, did I not pick it up, or? Oh no, I read the journal. In order to facilitate the assimilation of tissue groups, a compound is required, or the cells will not bond. Disposal of non-bonded subjects must be immediate and using incineration, or risk continuous animation without form. This is unpleasant. A simple compound of 1 part Brennenberg infusion vitae to 1 part orgone monad spiral fluid is sufficient. This can then be administered intravenously to subjects following reassembly. To maintain bonding, the compound is unstable and highly light reactive. Once in the body, the Schumann lamp can be used to activate the compound, but outside the body is highly corrosive. It can even destroy small quantities of metal. So I want the experimental thing for on the lock. Ooh. Simple. The centrifuge. It's some form of bizarre mixing device for chemical compounds, and it positively reeks of the foul fluids I've seen too often before. It is clearly a compound, some volatile bastard of 2 composite ingredients. I should wager I would find them close by. Ooh, button. No power. I'm guessing it's this to mix the things. To get the thing that I can melt rock with. Oh, temperature storage here. Where I go? I guess. Yeah, I don't vibe with him. Wait, holding pens? Hmm. Not startle or yeah. Ah. I can have it, I just don't know what to put. Right now I just have the Terraria music that's called Space Day as the BGM that I sometimes turn on. I have thought of trying to get, or like getting a different one that is a bit more my style. Although the BGM is like the same when I'm in the opening and ending. Which is why I kind of want a different one. In games like this, I've thought of putting it on, but then I have to change the volume of it, and remember to change it back. And I need to remember it to do that. Yeah. Is this back? Yeah, I've thought of what's called again. Getting. It's a specific song which I've thought of having as the BGM, which is from a game. Actually, I could probably just change right now. Just give me a second. I would just have to do here, and then also go to this one, and then lower it like around this. Tell me if that's good or if it's too loud or quiet. August 20th, took the delivery of another batch of imbeciles today. They are the surriest specimens of humanity I have ever seen. Or sorriest specimens of humanity I've ever seen. No one asks where they go. The authorities of Belgium are simply happy to reduce the overcrowding in their teething, sinking halls. We measure their skulls, check their teeth. We give them laudanum to pacify them. They wait in line, livestock, dull brown eyes and filthy skin. Many soil themselves as they wait. Yeah, it's the BGM I was thinking of the most is from a DS game, which I think it's like the theme song of a character, which is called Oh Wilfrey, which I just like. I just think it's a vibe. In the manipulator, they file in silence. I hear hissing. I hear the hissing of gas. I hear the dull groaning as teeth are removed and bones are reset. I hear the pig screaming. We have removed all the mirrors after the process. It is their reflections that trouble them the most afterwards. When they sleep, I walk amongst them, my children. I whisper to their dreams. You are my children now. I have children once again, and your forms imperfect will be the engines to make my own blood flow. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to then download it and then try and make it loop. Which I'm probably gonna do for next stream then. Because there's specifically 2 songs, but I just like that game's way of doing the BGM.
Place it in the corner. What?
Because, like, I think around 5 different songs are just... At least one of the songs you reused super often. I just really like the game drawn to life. I don't trust the game when it makes those sounds. Although most games that I do play do have a BGM, and I try to use that. Yeah, I'll need to experiment on it. Although, one of my siblings is actually both my siblings are really good at playing the piano. I'm thinking of asking one of my siblings to like play it on the piano. Yeah, that's the thing. I've been thinking of asking one of my siblings at least to play it to try and like play it on the piano and then just use that as a BGM. And also, was I imagining it, or did that one pig just vanish right in front of me? If anything, that specific song probably won't be easy to get anytime very soon because of mostly that the sibling who plays music the most and has the equipment recorded this away.
The lift has been sabotaged. You will have to find another way to the tunnels. Take care in this place, Mandus. It is the crucible
When pigs fly.
that stalks these corridors.
I mean, if I didn't know any better, I would assume that they might even try to like engineer the pigs to have wings at some point. Actually, what does the lift say? facility access pipeline, opiate disposition, gag throttle, bilge pumps, disposal. Oh, it's yeah, it just sends you up and down. It's an elevator. Oh yeah, it's in London. That's why there's a lift. Yeah, I forget it's a British thing to say lift instead of elevator. I always just say, that's an elevator, and that's it. I know. I have to put all of these in. Something. Ah. I was thinking, oh yeah, it's actually getting very late, and I do remember things sometimes. Rare. But that I'm probably gonna stop streaming, because if I stream for too late, I can't fall asleep, because I don't know. I just do be like that sometimes. So I'm probably going to look up to see if I can find anything else I can use, like horror BGM. Yeah. I'm in the second layer. Yep. Yes, I'm probably going to. Yeah, I'll probably try and like get a slightly more spooky for horror BGM and just think about what BGM to use for other games. Yeah, but I guess see you another time. I just gotta remember to save and exit. Last time I did this, I forgot the save and exit, so I was going off the latest checkpoint because I just hurt, my throat was hurting and I was tired. But yeah, yeah, that's it for today, I guess. So see you another time. I guess. Bye bye.